Art 2. Now make it.
Hey guys, welcome to Art 2. If you're new to this channel is about helping you sell your art online. In today's video, we're taking a look at retro designs and how to turn those classic designs back into a viable design that you can sell on Redbubble or other print-on-demand websites. So you're probably asking, what do I mean by retro designs or vintage designs? Well, what I mean by that is that it is taking something that was a concept from the past, so basically looking at advertisements from, say, a certain time period, or album covers or t-shirts that were out at a certain time period, and seeing what styles they were using back then to create those designs. So by getting inspired by those classic designs that you find in various form factors, like I said, magazines, going to the thrift store, maybe you'll find a t-shirt that was really cool from, say, the 90s or something along those lines. You can take a look at those designs and what they used and see if you can incorporate some of those styles into your own work. And why would you want to do that? Well, vintage styles sometimes can be popular with certain trends, and they can look different from some of the new things that are being put out on print-on-demand websites like Redbubble. People are always looking for cool designs, retro-inspired designs, so you can come up with something around those designs that might be trending and have this really cool retro look to it that makes this vintage feel that people just, I don't know, but it's something that people are really into nowadays. There's a high price for vintage t-shirts. That's something that people are really paying a lot of money for these days. They're finding t-shirts from the 90s, from the 80s, and paying a lot of money for these vintage t-shirts. So you can recreate some of that vintage retro style in your own work and bring some of that to your designs, which is something that people are comfortable with and looking for. So one thing to keep in mind when you're creating retro vintage inspired designs, you don't want to copy exactly what was on the t-shirt. For example, I was showing you guys some examples of White Castle art on some t-shirts that I found on a website that sells retro t-shirts. Now, those are probably licensed, and that company is selling licensed products, the White Castle logo on it, so they're okay, but you wouldn't want to do the same thing because you can get your designs flagged on Redbubble or other print-on-demand websites. So come up with some original designs based around the things that you see on these retro sites and start to get inspired by some of that classic design that you might find in magazines. And online you can find a lot of resources on classic designs that you can pick up and start to sell on Redbubble. So just kind of keep an eye out for things and start to incorporate it into your own work. So there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube on how to create vintage style t-shirts and design and posters and things along those lines. So I'd suggest you watch some of those videos to understand how to create designs. And the other thing too is that there's other resources online that you can buy assets to create retro designs, such as fonts and things like that. You just have to make sure that they are intended for commercial purpose and that you aren't breaking any of the laws of the creator of those fonts or designs. But there are so many resources out there that you guys can start putting together some really cool designs based on retro inspired designs on Redbubble and other print-on-demand websites. I started to play around with this a couple of years ago, and I didn't realize that there was such a market for this until I started to see orders over and over again for certain classic designs. And then I played around and started making designs around those designs, and it was successful for me. So I hope that this sort of inspires you guys to think outside the box and try a different type of design. Maybe you can get inspired by some retro designs and start creating your own. Now, in addition to Redbubble, a platform that I really did well with retro designs was actually eBay. I started to upload some mock-ups of some of the shirts that I can get printed through Printify or other print-on-demand sites and sell on eBay. And they actually turned out to be a really good platform for me when it came to retro designs. And I mean, Redbubble is a great platform, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you have to think outside the box, go on other platforms and try to sell your designs in different ways. You'd be surprised how many sales can come from other platforms in addition to Redbubble. So if you go on eBay or Etsy, you do need a company like Printify to be able to sell your items, because you need to have somebody to manufacture the goods. So Printify or Printful will do that for you. So that is another option for you guys. So Hey guys, if you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video goes up, and if you hit the like button, that helps us get discovered in the YouTube algorithm. We constantly put up content on how to make money with print on demand, and we try to put out videos a couple times a week, so don't forget to subscribe so you get those videos the next time we upload. And until then guys, keep uploading and we'll see you guys next time.